these calls, Lindsey, and then get to any other facets from your source, any other facets to the issues we've already covered, but a few other issues that we haven't covered. But when you talk about they really want to have war with Iran the next 2 to 3 months, in fact, let me get the exact number here, 3 to 4 months, but then you say, but that's not the big issue, watch Russia and China. Well, I mean, if they attack Iran, that is going to be the big issue, at least from my geopolitical and economic perspective. So we'll talk about it on the other side with Lindsey Williams. I'm Alex Jones. This is the one, the only GCN Radio Network, GCNlive.com. We'll be right back.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Calben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used pure soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Calben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Alex told you the government announced recently that the recession is over. It ended on June of 2009. The millions of Americans unable to find work might not agree. Perhaps the recession ended for the bankers and government employees, but for the rest of us, things seem to be getting worse. Gold and silver haven't heard the news either. They've begun their long-expected journey to the moon. In addition to converting your shrinking dollars into gold and silver, you should consider a food savings account from eFoods Direct. They both make fabulous investments. Food is our greatest dependency, and we know it will be more precious than any financial resource. You and your family need food to survive a crisis, and you can't eat paper, stocks, or metals. Alex has been urging you to invest in delicious, easy-fix meals to enjoy now or save for long-term. This will freeze the cost of your food while you can still afford it. Visit efoodsdirect.com on the internet or call 800-409-5633. That's efoodsdirect.com or 800-409-5633.
Leading a frontal assault on the lies of the New World Order. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Okay, please have quick questions or comments for Lindsey, because I want to get to everybody and get to some of the other issues he hasn't covered yet from his amazing source. And the proof's in the pudding from this source. I also know who the woman is, the big activist, actually is in government, who's been hanging out with Napolitano. And I said, is this the name? And he said, yeah, that's her, but she doesn't want her full name out because it can hurt some of the other activities she's involved in. So that's pretty scary that we've confirmed who it is. Now, before I go any further, I want to tell you about a few of the sponsors that have made today's radio broadcast possible. One of them is My Solar Backup. Have you ever lost your power and wanted to simply flip a switch to get the lights back on? If so, you should check out mysolarbackup.com, because there's never been a better time to start getting off the grid and generate your own supply of electricity. Plug-and-play solar generators that we've been promoting for 3 years, and our listeners love them, are available from Solutions from Science. These portable power systems need no installation and supply household current wherever and whenever you need it, producing electricity directly from the sun. Unlike gas generators, a solar generator runs quietly and emits no fumes. It's like having your own electrical power plant, and it's perfect for your home or your campsite. Whether it's hurricanes, ice storms, brownouts, blackouts, or Big Brother trying to spy on you and control your thermostats, it's time to get a My Solar backup. Call and get a free information package at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365 or mysolarbackup.com. Lastly, I want to tell you about purewaterfreedom.com. One word, purewaterfreedom.com. If you want to affordably remove fluoride and other chemicals and toxins from your tap water, visit purewaterfreedom.com. They have a full line of household fluoride filters. You can even remove fluoride from every water source in your home with a whole house fluoride system. They have a wide variety of filters to remove all types of toxins from your water, including shower, bath filters. All their filters are made in the USA. Check out their banners at prisonplanet.com and infowars.com, or go to purewaterfreedom.com to take control of your water supply today. That's purewaterfreedom.com. And we are financed by the support of our sponsors and our listeners, and also we just want to thank all of you for the continued support of our sponsors and our local AM and FM sponsors. Okay, now I want to hurry now here. Blake in Texas, you're on the air with Lindsey Williams. Go ahead.
Pastor Williams, I have a question about the person who they're calling the religious leader, that they want to make a world leader of some sort. And I've been doing a lot of research on this individual. I wanted to see if any of your intel happens to correspond with some of the info that I've gathered on this person. Jeannie Dixon, the American seer or prophetess, when she was asked what her most significant prediction was, she didn't say it was the JFK assassination, where she called the White House and warned, or RFK's assassination, where she saw she knew what hotel it was going to happen at and the time of day and everything. She said it was the man born on February 5th, 1962. Now, she also said that there would be an individual who came before him, who she characterized as kind of a false prophet of the Antichrist. She said that individual, just like the true prophet, John the Baptist, was born 6 months before Christ, that the false prophet would also be born 6 months before. And if you do the math, it goes back to around August 4th, 1962, if you take in account the location that this individual was born. And she said that individual will become president, et cetera.
Okay, we got to move. Hold on. Blake, I want to hear all this, but we got to go quick. So go ahead and make your statement or ask your questions.
Well, I just wanted to see if there was anything like that. Okay, I know that also this individual specifically, his task is to bring about a spiritual experience in people, massive spiritual experience that does not require any sort of human activity, any sort of human effort.
All right, Blake, I'm gonna have to let you go, unfortunately, because I want to hear your question, your comment. Who are you saying this person is? What is your question for Lindsey Williams?
Oh, man.
So you're just not going to even say anything? And he hung up. I mean, it's weird. I've got a guest on. I want the callers to make their point, and then it's like they just keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. And then I just say, who are you talking about, or what are you getting at? And he just laughs and hangs up the phone. It's bizarre. And then I'll be bad. I'll be the Illuminati or something. Yeah, because I didn't. It's so frustrating. I mean,
Alex, don't worry about it. You're doing such a marvelous job. I don't think anybody's going to question what you're doing.
Well, I mean, specifically, the elite is into the occult. You say you're trying to get your source, former Big Three oil CEO, to come to Christ. That's the one issue we haven't talked about. This devil Messiah. Let's talk about that now.
It is so important. The devil's Messiah. You've heard me give it on your program before in depth. I wanted to give you one illustration of how they're actually drawing the string right now. Last weekend, my family and I were up in Yavapai County, which is just north of where we live here in Arizona. And I was with a pastor called Pastor Posedley. They've just built a new church building. And Pastor Sedley made pretty good friends with some of the individuals at the Building and Zoning Board. Well, he went back in to take care of all of his final paperwork and details the other day. Now, this is days ago. This didn't happen months ago. This happened days ago. And Pastor Sedley said, Lindsey, you've got to know what this individual said to. He said, in confidence, Pastor, he said, I want to tell you something. He said, Yavapai County has just put in an ordinance stating that if anybody makes a single complaint about your church, they don't like the way your women dress, they don't like the way you sing your singing, we don't care what it is. If any complaint is made about your church to Yavapai County, we have an ordinance now that states that we can come in, padlock the church door, even though you built that building, even though your church owns it, even though it's yours. We have an ordinance stating one complaint, we can padlock your door. You can never hold another worship service there. We have a right to do that. We just want you to be careful so this doesn't happen to you. The elite, I believe, and by the way, they've already put this also into Maricopa County. It was in the newspaper about Mesa, Arizona, just a few days ago in the Arizona Republic. I believe that they're putting in this ordinance probably all across America. And
hold on.
Talked about earlier.
Excuse me.
We'll be able to close these churches down.
Lindsey, specifically, because I didn't know about this, and I want to be able to search it so we can pull it up on screen for prisonplanet.tv viewers. Lindsey, specifically, you're saying they're passing ordinances where counties can shut down churches just outside of any process of law. That sounds like, communist China or something 20 years ago. Where is this happening? Is this confirmed? Give me a search term so I can look this up.
I will talk with your producer after the show today. I'll be more than happy to give him the name of the pastor. He can verify names in Yavapai County, and every bit of it you'll have.
How do you spell that?
If you want it.
How do you spell that county?
I think it's Y-A-V-A-P-A-I. Y-A-V-A-P-A-I. But let me get this correct, and then I'll give it to you.
Okay, where is that?
And
Arizona?
In Arizona.
Okay, guys, search the term.
Maricopa County.
Search the term for the county ordinance for churches, and I'm sure it'll be in the news, or it may just be being announced there locally, and we'll find out about it soon. But, I mean, Lindsey, specifically, what did he tell you about this religious world leader? You've talked about this before. What's the latest on what he calls the devil's Messiah?
Well, it's a religious control, basically, is what we're talking about. Not only is their program government and political and monetary, such as we've talked about in the mortgage crisis and so on, they definitely have what was referred to me back about 2 years ago, devil's Messiah. And as a result, I did an entire section on it on one of your programs one day, how they're working through 501c3 organizational status with churches, how that it also is in our schools, what they're doing with introducing evolution years ago. Every bit of this is a part of that total. Okay, basically, here's the way he put it. He said we had to remove the God that America was founded on from society in order to bring about our new world order. That was their statement. And
that's how the devil would do it. We see the World Council of Churches, the National Council of Churches, openly funded by Carnegie, Ford, and Rockefeller foundations. They go in, and now all the big churches, Catholic, a lot of Baptists, Methodists, Bill Gates is good, eugenics is good, open borders is good, the family's bad. They are turning these into devilish propaganda arms. And folks, the devil isn't going to show up in a red pajamas like Anton LaVey with a little black goatee. The devil comes as an angel of light, and whether you believe in God or not, the UN and everybody else at the global level has announced they want a one-world religion. The Pope has announced they want a one-world religion, the last one. And this is the system that is being pushed, where they come at you with this world religion. And they've had Democratic House members talking about this just in the last week, Conyers and others. And so there's no doubt with the clergy response teams, they've covertly taken over with the faith-based initiative most of the churches in this country.
And they use the expression to me, devil's Messiah. Now, whether you will hear it from another or not, you may not, because naturally this is really getting down to the hardcore of it. You have to keep in mind, I've been a minister of the gospel for 50 years. I'm in my 70s, but still very active. And this man uses expressions to me that you might not hear otherwise.